Welcome back. Today we're talking about one of the most iconic performance wagons ever built, the Audi RS6. Twin turbocharged, all-wheel drive, brutally fast, and surprisingly practical. But like any high-performance German machine, ownership comes with its challenges. Here are the top 5 most common problems RS6 owners face, what causes them, how to spot them, and what to expect to pay. First up, and most serious for C5 and C6 owners, timing chain problems. The RS6 V8 and V10 engines use a timing chain that should theoretically last the life of the engine. In practice, worn tensioners and oil starvation cause the chain to develop slack over time, and a jumping timing chain means catastrophic engine damage. Early signs include a rattling noise on cold start that settles after a minute or two, camshaft-related check engine codes, and rough running at low RPM. The fix is a full timing chain kit replacement. Tensioners, guides, and often the oil pump chain too. It's a 20 to 30 hour job, and total costs can reach £3,000 to £6,000. If you're buying used, always ask for proof this has been done, and going forward, keep oil changes tight and use quality fully synthetic oil. Number 2 affects every generation of RS6, turbocharger failure. Turbos spin at up to 200,000 revolutions per minute and depend entirely on clean, fresh oil for lubrication. The most common causes of failure are carbon-blocked oil feed lines, degraded oil that doesn't flow fast enough on startup, and heat soak when the engine is switched off immediately after hard driving. Watch for blue or gray smoke from the exhaust, a whining or grinding noise that increases with RPM, a noticeable drop in power, and rising oil consumption. On twin-turbo setups, which is every RS6, workshops recommend replacing both turbos at the same time. Parts and labor combined can run £3,000 to £5,000. Prevention is simple, change oil regularly, let the engine idle for a minute after a hard run before switching off, and consider an oil catch can if you track the car. Third on the list, and particularly relevant for C6 and C7 owners, air suspension failures. Audi's adaptive air suspension is excellent when working correctly, but the rubber air struts develop micro cracks over time, especially in cold climates, causing slow leaks. When that happens, the compressor works overtime to compensate and eventually burns out too. The first signs are usually a warning light, the car sitting low on one corner, or the compressor running constantly even when the car is parked. Individual strut replacement runs £400 to £900 per corner for quality parts. A full four-corner replacement can cost £2,000 to £4,000 fitted. Some owners convert to coilovers at this point to eliminate the complexity entirely. You lose the adaptive ride, but you gain reliability and often better handling. Number 4 is something every modern RS6 will face eventually, carbon buildup on the intake valves. Direct injection engines never wash fuel over the intake valves, so oil vapor deposits build up over time as a hard, carbon crust. By 60,000 to 80,000 miles, this restricts airflow enough to cause rough idling, hesitation, reduced power, and occasional misfires. The solution is walnut shell blasting, a specialist service that cleans the deposits off without damaging the valves. It costs roughly £300 to £600 and needs repeating every 40,000 to 60,000 miles on a well-used RS6. Not glamorous, but essential. And finally, AWD Drivetrain wear. The RS6 Quattro system, whether Haldex or Torsen depending on the generation, relies on dedicated differential and coupling fluids that most owners neglect. Haldex fluid should be changed every 40,000 miles. Skip it, and the clutch pack wears, causing vibration and poor power distribution. Neglected diff oil on Torsen models leads to binding, clunking, and eventually differential failure. Symptoms include vibrations under power, clunking on pull-away, and uneven tire wear. Haldex replacement runs £600 to £1,500. Differential work can cost £1,500 to £3,000 or more. Again, entirely avoidable with regular fluid changes. Those are the top 5 most common RS6 problems. Timing chain wear, turbo failures, air suspension faults, carbon buildup, and drivetrain issues. None of them make the RS6 a car to avoid, but they do make it a car that rewards careful ownership. By a well-documented example, use a specialist, and stay on top of servicing. If this helped, hit the like button and drop your RS6 experiences in the comments. See you in the next one.